Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vic, or VJ, from Confirmed Lunacy Productions, out here at the wonderful campus of healing Marcus Daly Memorial Hospital. Hey, don't ask me how I got the crew to come out here so late at night, but anyhow, we're here. And I'd just like to tell you that I spent the day today with some of the most wonderful ladies in this whole valley, other than Dawn and Jessica and Shannon and a few of you, you know who you are, and Andrea. Well, anyhow, I just love spending time with all of you, even though I never even get to see most of you. Anyhow, these women here, I've actually seen. As a matter of fact, I've actually touched. As a matter of fact, they've actually touched me in some pretty intimate ways, actually. You know why? Because they're nurses at a hospital, and having gone through the kind of life that I have, where, I've been injured a lot, and like the first time I was injured, I got run over a car when I was 4 years old. Anyhow, my life had a lot to do with nurses, and, well, to be honest with you, I've always kind of had a little bit of a thing for nurses. But anyway, so I was down here today because they were picketing, because they want a fair contract. It doesn't seem to me like such a big deal to ask for a fair contract, but apparently it seems to be hard for them to get what they want. They just want a good grievance process. If they have a problem with something that's going on, they want to be able to bring it to somebody besides their boss, who could possibly retaliate on them or something. I'm not accusing them of doing any such thing like that, but anyhow, it would just seem that it would be more fair if they had like another way to go, not have their head boss be the final arbiter of any dispute. So anyhow, that neither here nor there. I just wanted to say that I stood with them because they stood with me. I've been taken care of by these nurses more times than I care. And really, when I tell you that we've done some pretty intimate things, I mean really intimate things that you never, ever, ever want to have a nurse have to do at all, ever. I don't care how beautiful she is. You do not want her to have to stuff that thing, that thing. Oh, Lord, anyhow, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're lucky. If you do, then you don't want me to finish that story, because, man, it hurts. Anyhow, but, there always seems to be one nice nurse that you remember, just like there's one teacher that you remember in high school or in grade school or whatever. Well, there was a nice nurse here at the Marcus Daly Memorial protest, or whatever it was, picket, informational picket. And she was Nurse Kate, who was in the life flight helicopter that saved my life a few years ago when I suddenly, well, for lack of a better word, I died. And then the ambulance drivers from here hit me with Narcan, and I was taking methadone, so I died again. I mean, it revived me for a second because it's a narcotic antagonist, but I wasn't OD'd. But it revived me long enough to go into convulsions and withdrawals. Anyhow, they got me to the hospital. Somehow, I guess they artificially kept breathing for me or whatever, and they life-flighted me to St. Pat's. And that's how I met the lady that, if you saw the picture on Facebook with my arm around her, that lovely nurse, God, I could have dreams about her every night. I mean, not that I do. Well, I have had dreams about a very similar lady. Nothing nasty or anything, but whenever I do have good dreams, which is very seldom, it seems like for some reason, a lot of times there's this red-headed lady who just happens to be a nurse or something. But anyway, I guess it really touched me, having seen her and being able to be involved in something that helps her. And I don't know, maybe this story will touch you, but I just think that whatever the situation is in your community, you need to be involved in your community, because if not you, who? Really? And so this is right down the street from my house, and I did get a few signatures, I will admit, but I was really here to be with the ladies, and I stayed with them in this heat, and it was pretty hot. But they were smart. Like I've been telling you, they hydrated, they had water, they even had sandwiches here. So, anyhow, so think when you're going to be doing any big event, what to do, and just remember these ladies, the nurses that do so much for us at these hospitals. Treat them with respect, and write a letter to their bosses and tell their bosses that they ought to treat them with respect and give them a fair contract and a fair way to settle any disputes. Thank you for taking the time to listen. If you did, God bless. Have a good day. See you next time on Confirmed Lunacy. Not too crazy today, huh?